Added ranked mode! Holy shit, we are experimenting with a different approach to ranked during early development. We expect to iterate on this in the future. The focus of the mode will be on concentrating players into specific time windows where they can opt into games where their primary focus is on game quality. You must have 50 games played in order to enter this mode. If you have any behavior-related restrictions, you will be unable to queue. The queue will also only be solo at the moment, and will be open from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. in respective time zones every day. Each region will have multiple time zones you can select from to find what best fits your schedule. You can only change your selection once per week. Players will be automatically assigned the server that region provides the best ping for the players in that match. When in this mode, you'll only be matched with players that have the same medal as you. There are 11 medals in total, with 6 levels in each. Everyone's medal levels will be displayed in these ranked games. Okay, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, we will run an algorithm that calculates everyone's performance together at the same time based on the games you've played, how the opponents you played against ended up faring in subsequent games, etc. As such, medals will only be updated once per week to allow for analysis of a wide set of match data together at once for a more accurate review of your skill, rather than a fixed numerical addition/subtraction on a per game basis. Okay, I like that so far. That definitely makes a ton of sense. They're starting off by going, you know what, guys, we want to really make sure we get the quality done correctly and the rank system done properly. And we're going to really prioritize that over instant gratification of ranking up or climbing. In order to make sure there are enough data to cross-reference with other players, you must play at least 7 games in order to be eligible to receive a rank for that week. If at any time you didn't have 7 games played in the previous week, your medal will be marked as undefined until you play enough to earn a new medal the following Tuesday. The first rank queue will open Tuesday, October 15th at 8 p.m. GMT. The first medals will be granted globally the following Tuesday. Hold on. General changes. Added a third casting mode. Quick cast shows range, radius, etc. on key down. Then on key up, acts like instant cast. I like that. That's going to be really good for like grenades and stuff. The 3 casting modes are now instant cast, quick cast, and confirm cast. I like that. Added input buffering for ability usage. So if you cast an ability and then quickly cast another ability during its cast time, the next one will fire instead of the input being dropped. That's good. That's going to lower the skill floor and reduce a lot of frustrating deaths across the board. Now displaying a unique ID for builds in the description section of the build browser. You can click on it to copy the build ID to the clipboard and share specific builds with friends. I love that. That's fucking awesome. If you enter a build ID in the search box of the build browser, it'll also show all of the builds of the current hero by the author of that build. So if you would pop in the one for my Drain Tank and Furnace, it would also pop up my Hypercarrier and Furnace. For private lobbies, added the ability to swap players on both teams with a button press. Added allow duplicate heroes in private setting lobbies. That'll be good for testing and stuff. Certain heroes now have higher priority at being in dual lanes. Ivy and Dynamo at the moment, they also need to put like DPS characters in there. Wraith can go either way, but is probably better in a duo lane. Vindicta needs to be in a duo lane. Haze is better in a duo lane. Pausing is no longer allowed in the first 3 minutes of the game. Replace the temporary Yamato voiceover with a new translation spoken by a native actress. Added stomp AoE range indicator as the walker is about to use the ability. This is good. That's good. It's going to be really helpful to like teach newer players. Updated the way status effects are shown above the health bar. Fix Shiv's killing blow, sometimes sending him into orbit. Oh, I want a video of that. I want a video of that. Mirage still loves the Jin, but he yells about them less frequently. New imports building, new taxi stand building. Replaced old retaining wall, replaced block in park bridges. Troopers attack range versus lane guardians has been reduced. They gotta run closer to it. Players now need to be within 19 meters above the ramp to attack a lane guardian. What? No, I hate this. I do like these a lot. 70% less damage from troopers at the start of the game. This reduces by 10% per minute. Guardian damage versus players increased by 20%. I like that. That's good. Medium camp spawn time has been up to 5 minutes. Hard camp spawn time changed. So that's tier 3. That's going to go to 8 minutes. Teleporter opened at 8 minutes. Okay, I like that. I mean, that's good because realistically, in most games, lane phase is ending around that time period. Vault spawn time interval changed from 10:5 to 8:4. Oh, that's the, I'm pretty sure that's the buffs. I'm pretty sure those are the buffs. Earn now causes the runner to be revealed in the minimap. I love this. because grabbing their urn and hiding it was like a really good stalling tactic to like get back into the game a little bit. Heavy melee against the urn runner now causes them to drop the urn. I like that. Urn delivery now gives each player on your team a golden statue permanent buff. Okay, so probably just a random one. Urn bounty decreased by 15%. And it now comes down faster. I like this a lot. Shields no longer reduce damage or get depleted by NPC units. I've been begging for this. I've been begging for this for weeks. I wouldn't hate if troopers broke it, like enemy troopers, because that's considered to be the other team versus a neutral camp. I'm happy. All heroes move speed increased a little bit, and enduring speed decreased a little bit. That's good. Bullet and lifesteal. Spirit lifesteal now stacked diminishingly. Okay, that's going to be interesting. Teleporter locations got updated. Each team has one to basically be able to go from corner to corner. That's going to be really good for like the side lane management aspect. That's still the same and good. Okay, I like that. I like that. So these are the two outer lane walker teleporters. These are teleporters in the underground tunnels. I'll have to change underground teleporters to go between subway and tunnel. I do like that. It was a little weird that the teleporter could do that, whatever. Widen stairs from shrines back to the player spawn area. Added ledge to mental back up to player spawn area from pit. Added bridge to stair to the upper level of subway entrance building, the outer lane walker arenas. Added upper level connection to the subway entrance building. Okay, move guardians back slightly further from stairs. Widen arch. Okay, I like that. Widen archways. As long as I can still wall bounce off that. Garage and nightclub change ropes so that they can take you to the second floor and added back stairs to take you to the roof. Okay, weapon items. Monster round, nerfed by 5%. Basic mag, increased, really? Okay, so that's going to make that a little bit more likely where you don't even really ever need to upgrade it. You just buy that and it's just sitting there for a while. Long range, ammo increased. I love that. Melee charge cooldown increased. Love that. That's a great change. Tesla bullet spirit scaling is better. That's good. The alchemical fire now behaves like other grenades and does not bounce off walls. Base DPS increased by 10. Build up is now slower. Okay. Frenzy, low HP threshold increased from 40 to 50. So now if you're below half health, that's a little bit easier to figure out. Ricochet, 3 meter nerf. That's fine. It needed it, honestly. 11 meters is still a really long distance. Silencer, spirit power increased by 6. Those are both good buffs to vampiric burst. I still think the issue with it is that the how long it lasts it's just too short of a duration. Spiritual overflow no longer grants 20% fire rate. Upon activation, grants 30. Oh, once you pop. Okay, I see what's going on. And then it's buffed to plus 50. That's really good. I like that a lot. Vitality items, healing right. Healing right heals faster now. That's good. Oh no, it heals slower now. I misread that. Healing right heals slower. Extra regen increased a bit because they want you to buy that instead of just healing right. Ammo increase. Yeah, they really want you to buy extra regen. Stamina recovery. Ooh, wow. Extra stamina just got a big buff. That's a big buff. Extra health, weapon damage increased. Enduring speed, move speed bonus reduced. Enduring speed, slow resist reduced. I like that. Restorative locket, spirit resist increased from 8 to 10 and gives +1 sprint. Okay, I like that. That's good for support heroes for sure. Turn fire, cooldown increased. I'm happy about that. Active bullet resist reduced by 5%. Health Nova, spirit power increased from +4 to +6. Combat barrier, weapon damage reduced by 3%. Fortitude, that's good. I really like that like a lot. I really think that makes that so much of a better item. Heal increased from 55% of melee damage to 65%. Superior stamina buffed by 5%. Veil Walker, speed increased from 3 to 4. Majestic leap, cooldown by 3 seconds. Rescue beam, cast range reduced by 4 meters. Leech, weapon damage buffed. Spirit power buffed. Jesus Christ, dude. This is like it's different, but this is definitely like a kind of angled buff for Infernus. Spirit item, extra spirit buff by 1. Ammo scavenger. Spirit power reduced from 2 to 1. Increase from 10 to 20. I like that. I think that's a really good change. This item is designed to be more so for farm lanes. A lot of people were buying it because like, oh, I just last hit 4 minions and now I have like a fucking ton of extra AP and I just shoot you. Instead of now you have to last hit and or deny 20 souls in order to get the max additional spirit power before you can start using it to harass. I like that a lot. Withering Whip no longer grants health, now gives a bullet shield. Cooldown reduced by 4 seconds. I don't know if that really makes a huge difference. Cold Front cooldown reduced by 6 seconds. I don't know if it's going to make a huge difference, but that's like a large percentage. Mystic Vuln fixed its stacking with escalating exposure. I'm assuming that means like if I have one and you have the other. Slowing Hex, slow reduced from 30. I like that a lot. Refresher cooldown has been increased by 18 seconds, and then escalating exposure was slightly reduced. Hero changes. All right, hero changes. Hero Arrow changes. Abrams, base health reduced from 600 to 570. Health per boon increased from 32 to 34. 1048 to 10 versus 1046 total. Fix a shoulder charge sensitivity bugs return more than intended. Seismic impact allows for some very minor improvements to help nudge around small objects. Bebop, sticky bomb growth increased to 4% per stack. Never mind, it's no longer unlimited. Hook range increased. Gotta keep that in mind. So now Bebop, it no longer infinitely stacks. Max 15. 15 times 4, 60%. The most he can get is 60% bonus damage. Bebop Hook now also hits enemy troopers, killing them instantly. Fix some cases where it go around corners. Beam movement slow reduced. No longer scales with spirit power, and there's duration no longer does, and now it's just a flat 10 seconds. Uppercut now deals a 15% fire rate slow in the landing radius for 5 seconds. Interesting. Okay. Quantum entanglement cooldown increased from 12 to 15 seconds. So slight dynamo nerfs. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. Great Talon changes. Is he going to be good now? Arrow cycle time increased from 0.45 to 0.55 seconds. Overall DPS unchanged. Fixed rain of arrows alternate cast causing you to hit the ground soon after cast. I didn't know rain of arrows had an alternate cast. Fixed guided owl colliding with nearby objects during cast. That's good. Fire rate no longer scales with spirit power. Base bullet damage now scales with spirit power. I like that. Guided owl 3-second grace period for... Okay, I like that. Fixed guy still requiring he gets the kill rather than the target just die. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I actually prefer it at 3 seconds and he can get the assist, but it's fine. Move speed no longer scales with spirit power. Base stamina increased from 3 to 4. I think Great Talon's going to be a little bit more balanced. Definitely going to try him a bit more. We'll see. Haze fixation has been slightly reduced, but the stacks have been increased, so she's better in longer fights. Bullet dance no longer gives fire rate. Good. Base ability now grants 2 targets hit per shot. No longer grants plus 25% evasion. Okay, so you literally just take normal damage now until you get to tier 3 where you get 40% evasion. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. They just want you to, like, that just pushes the power a little bit more to the late game, which is good because he's a late game carry that has a lot of power in lane right now. I honestly think Infernus is like really fucking strong right now. Ivy proved a few different things. Lady Geist fixed a bug that would cause some units to take more damage than Tenant Assassins, but okay. Life Drain can now be alternate casted on allied heroes. Huh? The fuck does that even mean? Lash slightly nerfed across the board, 10%, and okay, yeah, that's fine. McGinnis no longer has base 25 spirit resist and has plus 15 spirit resist. Mini turrets, tier 1 no longer grants an extra charge. Duration reduced from 30 seconds. Okay, I like this. 30 seconds is a long time to have to deal with a turret. Cooldown reduced, that's fine. Health scaling reduced, I'm a huge fan of that. Recharge time reduced. Cast range increased. I'm okay with that. Dude, they're easier to kill, and there's going to be less of them, so you can put them out a little bit more. That's fine. Reduction against troopers. Neutrals increased more. Fixed ricochet not bouncing off mini turrets. That was annoying. Turrets drop instantly now and shoot right away, and her barrage radius was increased slightly. Tornado now uses range instead of duration for scales. Okay. Enemies that have already been hit by fire scarabs now let the next scarab. I like that. Jin's Mark base damage reduced. Scaling increased. Duration increased from 2 to 3. Traveler now causes your camera to move to the destination during the channel. I love this. This is fucking huge. That is absolutely huge. So huge. It's going to make playing Mirage so much better. It's so much simpler and more understanding. And then they buffed it overall, which I liked. Just changed the cooldown a little bit of Mow and Curl. I don't even know bullet growth per boon. I don't even know what the fuck that even really means. Time while bullet duration reduced to 0.7 seconds. Okay, so that's going to change up a couple of things. Time while not being spawned when looking down while casting. Swap cooldown increased. Range reduced. Now reduces the cooldown and increases the range. Okay. Pulse radius. More damage. Smaller. Okay. Pocket. Shotgun fall off. Reduced to 16 meters. Thank you. Make them so much less annoying to deal with in lane. Enchantress Satchel damage now respects line of sight. Thank you. Now shows an AoE indicator for pocket while channeling. Affliction DPS power scaling reduced. Barrage radius reduced, which is good. And it gets buffed later on. Based regen increased. Good. 7 speed. Okay, so now he just doesn't run as fast with spirit scaling. Can now use Dash Ball and Stormcloud to adjust your position. I like that. Lightning Ball tier 3. I like that. Big 7 buffs. I'm a big fan. fan of 7 buffs. Slice and Dice Spirit, damage scaling. Yeah, Shiv got a bit of a buff. Like, that's crazy. Vindicta, reverted recent fall-off damage changes, so now it's back to 64 meters. I like that. I mean, now that I'm going to be a Vindicta player. Okay, fall-off increased, back to 64 meters. Bullet damage growth per boon reduced by a lot. So her natural bullet damage scaling throughout the game is reduced by, like, 14%. Flight duration no longer scales with spirit power. Tier 2 now increases flight duration by 6 seconds. Flight bonus move speed above base now scales at 50% effectiveness. Vindicta no longer has minus 10% base bullet resistance. Health growth per boon. Okay, so they just make her more... her squishiness is more transparent now. Gun cycle time increased. I think that's just fire rate, maybe? I don't know, actually, no. Stake duration reduced. Okay, that's good. Assassinate bonus souls are now unsecured souls. So you get the bonus souls, and then if you die... Okay, shooting while flying now has similar impact. Speed impact is on the ground, meaning it should slow you down a little bit, but you already go really slow. Flight air acceleration decreased a little bit. Crow familiar percentage no longer affects mid-boss. Goo Ball no longer triggers on-hit effects while on Ethereal Shift. That's good. Fix appears, stamina dash count not working with Goo Ball. Okay. Goo Ball stun duration reduced. I like that. Splatter base damage reduced and scaling increased. Fixed instant cast not working for Puddle Punch. Warden, a couple of buffs across the board. 10 damage, 2 seconds is now... Okay, so that's not automatic. You now have to go into it. Tier 2 is... Okay. Last stand channel, duration reduced. Okay, that's fine. Range increased by 1. Okay, they really want to make him decent. Card trick spirit scaling reduced by 10%. And trick generation via melee reduced by 50%. Yamato power slash cooldown increased by 2 seconds. Love to see it. Power slash tier 2 now reduces cooldown by 2 seconds. Okay. Yamato transformation no longer grants you bullet and spirit resist. Good to see it. And the duration is reduced by a half second. Love to see it. Yeah, I like all these changes so far. I like all these changes. Yeah, like and subscribe.